Lighting is really hitting it here. Yo, as y'all can see, I was just thinking about it as I am running a business, and I just noticed something that I've come to the epiphany with running a business, and in the same way of running a, how should I say, what's up, DeAndre? Um, how should I put it? I don't want to say running dating. I guess you could say running a dating game. They're very similar, as in when it comes to me running my business, I hire independent contractors. So therefore, these independent contractors are their own separate entity, and they're free to talk and work with other. Long time no see. What's up? What's up with it? And so women today are operating in the aspects of the same and similar with my business. And I was thinking about it that as an independent contractor, when you hire them for a task, you have a contract set in place that they are their own separate entity. They do not directly report or are part of our um, company. Is more so a partnership. So therefore, they're allowed to talk to other companies, do businesses with other companies, as long as the business is not directly associated with our company. And whatever clients that we have, they are not allowed to negotiate amongst themselves. But all in all, they are their own separate entity. So with having independent contractors, there's less control because they're basically free to do as they will. We basically present them with a job, and if they're interested, they have the ability to accept or decline. Now, I composite that with women and dating, that women are operating in the aspects of independent contractors or independent entities, where they want to have the benefits of being associated with you, talking to you, but they also want to talk to other people. And they want to have the power to talk to other people. So therefore, they're associated with you, but they're not directly under you. And so we have that aspect. And then there's a higher turnover rate when you hire independent contractors, as you have to always be hiring and always have the mentality that this person will not last for long because they are independent contractors. He said, "No, I can't be in a relationship like that." Yeah. So as a business owner like myself, I have to constantly be hiring, and with the expectation that this person is probably not going to last long, and I need to have a backup plan so that I don't suffer the consequences of efficiency of operating my business if I put all my eggs in one basket and be loyal to this one person with the expectation that they are going to stay with me forever. I would shoot myself in the foot. Composite that with the modern woman today. Women say that they want you to be loyal to them, do not cheat, and if they find out that you're talking to other people or you have a roster, if you will, they're going to be highly upset. But meanwhile, they still want to operate in the aspects of being their own independent entity, where they basically signed an agreement that they're independent. You must have been cheated on. No, not that I know of. No, I'm just thinking about it in the aspects of the composite of the idea that men have to essentially cheat when you're dealing with a modern woman because it's more than likely not going to work out. So you should have an abundance of other women as their replacement. That's basically where I was going with that type of sentiment inadvertently. Because if you, in theory, you're supposed to have a bond and union, but with this modern society and the way women are acting and the way dating and the aspects of it all, you can't have that disposition because you will be put in a uh, deep state of unfavorable circumstances. So therefore, you have to operate in the aspects of just like how a business is. it, he said, "You be honest. It sounds toxic." Yeah, I mean, but that's what I'm noticing. Because just for instance, like I've had a girl, and it's crazy. We go back and forth. I got a cleaner that works for my company. She's been working with me for like a year now. Things have been going. We're great in the beginning, but as time starts to go on, and that, like with anything, things don't get better over time. And so there's a business term for it that's called churn or turnover rate. So she's on time. She's got a lot of excitement. She's communicative. And so then over time, she starts to not respond back. She's not as communicative. She's not showing up to work or jobs. She's being defiant, even smart aleck at times. And um, she's not, like I think I mentioned that already. She's not showing up on time, or sometimes just completely just, at last minute, the day of, not showing up. And so, me as a business owner, because she's an independent contractor, she has the ability to uh, accept or decline a job at will. That's part of the agreement. So, where I'm at in the process now, I'm already have a roster of her replacement that I was already planning for this to happen eventually based off my research and understanding of when you have independent contractors, you need to be within the mindset of already having their replacement systems in place because you can't get into the mindset that this person is going to be loyal and be with you for the rest of their life to the day that they die. And that's in the same aspect of how women operate today in this digital space that we know today in modern times. That a man would be a fool to believe that this woman, and she don't even necessarily have to cheat, just the aspects that she would be loyal to you to the day that you die, or she will not end the relationship at any under no circumstances. It don't work that way anymore. It's just sorry, but these young women today is all right with giving themselves away. Polygamy is real. They none of them know how to cook a pot or collard greens and make buttermilk cornbread scratch. Now, as I'm describing this, I'm not necessarily saying that I'm signing off and I'm endorsing this type of behavior, but it's amazing how even in a business aspects that there's a lot of carryover. Even in this aspects of somebody that's looking for gainful employment, even employers are playing games. When I was in the process of there was a before I got my business up and running, there was times where depending on the role, I would apply for it if the salary was right. So you have basically and they're still doing it to this day. They have what's called ghost jobs. They'll string you along, put the job up, get you all excited, and then claim that they're going to call you back, and then they end up ghosting you out of nowhere. That's the same way how it is with the dating market. You have women who will match with you on a dating app, set plans up. I can't tell you numerous of times. Everything is going swindlingly. The beautiful conversation. It happened to me actually a couple of months ago. Then all of a sudden she just goes. Nothing transpired. There was no argument. There was no dissension. There was flirty texting, and all of a sudden she's a goner. Same is true as far as with how employees. It's just like with dating. There's a lot of carryover. And because what's happening is everything is becoming desensitized and transactional, and people are numb to the aspects of true human interactions. It's very strange. It's a very strange space that we're in. I remember there was a girl that I helped out years ago. I ran into her at I think it was Walmart. She was at work. I've known her for years. We had a conversation, briefly talking, embracing. She giving me the flirty eyes, like she's so happy to see me, and she's squinting her eyes, like, "Hey, Kevin, da 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 da." And um, then when I send you a message on one of your posts, just saying what's up, you just leave my message unseen. And that's what I'm saying. The two facedness as well as that um, we are in the space of human interactions because they're not, like I said, people have become numb to it. It's become digital. And so, but I see the same thing that happens not just in that space, but even from a business aspect of it all. He said a loving relationship is different from a business employee. That is true. But the way things are operating is in a business and employee type style where it's transactional. They don't do nothing but money and how you take care of them in bed. Just sad. They don't care about getting and keeping their credit together. Shake my hand. So it's just very interesting to see it play out because just like this girl, she's about to get removed and deplatformed. She had several days to get her stuff together because we just migrated to a new software. Because initially I gave her several warnings, and then she was like, "No, no," at the last minute when I basically threatened her that you're going to be removed from the platform. Um, that's when she's responsive. She's texting me like, "I don't want to get fired. Da 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 da. I still want to work. I want to make money. Da 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 da." All right, well, you need to do your job then. And see, and that's where the position of authority and how you have to deal with modern women today. And in that same aspect, that you can't put her on a pedestal. You always have to talk in a manner of authority that you could be replaced. And we not about to play no games. And in the same aspects that I have to do that with dating, that I'm not kicking it with you kicking it with me. Let's get that straight. And if you don't get your act together, we gonna find another one of you. But it's just so weird because as I'm running my business, I see that. And it's very interesting to see how it plays out. And it's very strange how everything is operating in the most non empathetic type of way of reasoning. And even in the aspects of me dealing with business, it really changes your mindset and you even become desensitized to it. Just like there was a person that canceled their recurring services. This is basically a monthly subscription. It's like, okay. Then several days later, another person called up and said, hey, we were looking for recurring cleaning services for office cleaning. Okay, great. And then I got your replacement. So it didn't even matter that this person canceled because another one is going to open up the door. But that's the same way. But on the flip side, there's a negative to that because women also have that mentality that they look at men as disposable due to social media, with swiping to the left, their illusion of, well, I can get another you tomorrow, and stuff like that. So I get the optics behind and the operations behind what is taking place because I myself indulge in it from a business standpoint, as I am the owner and entrepreneur of a business. But that's not how you're supposed to have that type of mentality. But you will be a fool not to operate and navigate by the conditions of the modern day society that we're in. And see, you have a lot of individuals who will spew out old concepts and make it seem like modern day is like how it was in the 60s and 50s and 40s, and it's not. And even in the aspects of men, how they carry themselves and how women carry themselves. And there's a bit of a imbalance that, you hear a lot of this talk of you must respect women, and that's a woman that you're talking to. But rarely do you hear that that's a man you talking to. You need to be showing some respect. Very rare if you hear that at all. You don't hear that at all in most cases. What's up, bro? And so um it's just a crazy space that we in. Very rare. And here's another thing. We talk about the mental health. Let's just think about it. All the programs, all the systems that are set up in place. Just think about it. We got a program called WIC, which stands for Women, Infants, and Children. But wait a minute. Where is the M in that program? Ah, it's designed for the woman. And this is not even for me to beat up the women like, I'm a he-man woman hater. But I see the optics at play and the individuals who are in the positions of power and authority, that they are pulling the strings. Because when you are in a position of authority where I have to make executive positions, I understand it and I see the parallel of the two. Because I also hold uh, a key, so to speak, or a gatekeeper of not only that delegates your future if you provide for your family. And there are numerous of women that are in subjection to me, and it's not even from a relationship standpoint. But I mean, from it is a relationship, but it's not in a romantic, intimate relationship. I should say. Glad you back to YouTube. I'm out. I gotta lay it down. Just happy to see you back. One love, bro. Hope you found a woman. Um, for her, Most High will hear you and pray for your wife. Appreciate it. So it's just very interesting because obviously these women and men, even the men, they don't understand that this is transactional. That these is taking place amongst the sexes. They just in it. But when you step out and you look at it from a 30,000 foot viewpoint, you start to see like this is crazy. Because on one end, I'm all about scaling a business, making sure that the business is reaching a wide net of success and reaching as many people as it is. But it's just like, man, when you take that type of mentality and the aspects of somebody who you're intimate with, it really does take away the genuineness and the love of your interaction. Hey, we got Honey Yay. Honey, yeah. What's up with it? So I just find it very strange, and that's what I hear constantly is, you know, I'm an independent woman. And then I just bring that back to independent contractors who I hire regularly. And you got individuals where women want to be independent contractors, but they want you to still give them the benefits as though they're your direct employee. Because the difference between an employee is there's a clear hierarchy and a lot more control that a person has over your life. And there's penalties for you to go out and think you're about to talk to another company. It's called conflict of interest. Even though I do have a non-compete agreement within my contract, but that still doesn't. As long as it's not our client, you're fine and free to talk to whoever. Dang, it's crazy how it resumes it. I got a phone call, but yeah, man, it's just crazy how things are operated in that type of fashion. That's where we at with it. Man, I am so freaking hungry. I cannot wait to get back home. Are y'all still there with me? That's what it seemed like. I'm extremely hungry. But let me know if y'all still there with me in the comment section. I'm so hungry. If I did what I was supposed to do or what I said I was going to do, I said that I wanted to exhaust myself. Didn't want to eat out. Wait till I get home. So I'll be nice and hungry and eat a meal. But yeah, man. And it's crazy. When I was talking about this, it was this random dude. I guess he heard my conversation and he dapped it up with me when he is, I guess, when he heard me say that you have women and you have these movements that say you got to respect a woman and this, that, and the third, but you never hear the aspects of you got to respect a man. Never. In fact, it's looked. So it's just it's bad. It's just all bad, and I'm starting to see, like I said, with the advancement with technology, and the more and more I dive deeper into business, where people don't, when you're scaling a business, you're looking at numbers. You're not even looking at people necessarily, and you become numb to it. It's like a machine. I mean, it is a machine when you put systems in place, and you are operating with no emotion whatsoever. You have no attachment, and that's why I find it crazy that there was this one YouTube video where they were saying how there was this girl that when she started her first business, and she was just like, yeah, it was just like I initially, when I was hiring people for my business, I uh I wanted to become their friend, and I wanted to be like the cool boss, but then I got taken advantage of, and I had to find out quickly that they are not my friends whatsoever. I'm like, duh. I'm like, where did you get that? I'm like, that's crazy that you went into that, but that's typically the nature of women, where they have this mindset of trying to please others. That's in their nature to uh, have everyone on board and make sure that everybody's feelings is validated. And it's just like, no. When you're the owner and you're in a position of authority, there ain't no emotions. It's strictly based off of the principles and logic behind it. We cannot be your friends. No, absolutely not. But even in the aspects of even dating, I tell women off the back, I am not your friend. We ain't out here, and I've never been in the classification of a friend group where I'm just hitting up chicks for the simple fact of having cupcake and bonbons and, you know, rubbing each other's shoulder and, none of that. It's serving a purpose, a means to an actual end. So we got a goal and a target, but it's just very, very numb. And that's why you can systematically see personalities operate in the same exact fashion. You said, I feel like dating is different, though. Different in what way? You're going to have to elaborate on what you mean by that. Because how I see it, it should be different, but it's there's a lot of similarities. I wouldn't say it's exactly the same, but there is quite a bit of similarities within it. At least the way that the social conditioning and programming is set up, where systems are literally in place, where it's designing it in a fashion that's in a systematic way of churning people in and churning them out. And it's favoring the women, that the woman essentially calls the shots and determines if something will. I mean, look at it in the aspects of aborting a baby. She determines if the baby lives or doesn't. The man has zero say so. It's not a business relationship. Love is love, but I don't love my contractors. Ah, I see what you're saying now. Right. Not in that aspect. You have a love for the appreciation that they bring you revenue. You can have love for the idea of them completing the task, and you can respect it. But as far as with getting warm sensations inside, and they really are moving you emotionally, like, nah, none of that. And that's where the space of, even when women are in workplaces, that sometimes they can't even help themselves. Because I remember I had a case years ago when I was um,
what I was probably like 20, 25, 26, and I was fighting like a ticket case for my license not to get suspended. And I remember my lawyer, which was a female, and me and her used to go back and forth because we used to get into these little debates about the case. And then one time she called me and she was like, Kevin, I can't do it right now. I'm on my period. Can I call you tomorrow? And I'm like, what? Why are you telling me this? Like, that is very personal information. I did not need to know that. Talk to me like I'm your man. And see, and that's what I'm talking about. Like, the professionalism that women naturally within their nature, sometimes they can't help themselves. And it's not in the same fashion of business. And that is why overwhelmingly the new businesses that women uh, start are not scalable on a large scale that require, that type of, it does require less emotion and a very systematic way of thinking within frameworks. And a lot of the biggest businesses that are successful are due to technology. And then when you talk about technological spaces of work, they're male dominant for a reason because women don't have interest in that. They want something to spread the love, which is nothing wrong with it. I'm not against it. But yeah, it was just weird. I was just like, why did you just tell me that? I didn't need to know that. Super personal. TMI. Way too much TMI. I'm just like, come on, man. You're on your period right now? Like she could have even said that I'm under the weather. I'm not really feeling well. Can we follow up with this tomorrow or something personal? But me and her going back and forth. Like we a couple. And I find that with a lot of women that I encounter. Like it's not a friendly exchange necessarily. I mean, I can be, and that's the difference between somebody who's nice versus somebody who's kind, which is there's a huge difference between the two. And even when I looked at one of my reviews for my business, and I had a sales call, and the woman referred to me as kind, and it was key words that she referred to me as kind, not nice, because I'm not nice. I'm kind, but I'm not nice. And there's a very, very different definition between the two. And a lot of people mistaking those definitions. Even in the good book, nowhere does it say that you should be nice to people. It says you should be kind. And it doesn't even describe Jesus as being a nice man. He was kind, but he wasn't nice. I mean, with that account where it talks about him flipping over the tables and getting pissed off and throwing the change everywhere, nice people are not going to do that. If anything, a nice person is afraid to disrupt something. But a kind person that stands on justice will. And that's another word that people get misconstrued. Revenge, somebody who's seeking revenge versus somebody who's seeking justice. Those also are two different definitions. Because a person who's vengeful, that's a negative trait. You should not be vengeful. But a person who's seeking justice and fairness, that's something to fight for. And it's not malicious. Vengeful is coming from out of spite and malicious and malignant intent. Whereas somebody who's seeking justice is seeking fairness and standing on moral principles with a desirable outcome, which is worth fighting for. But of course, people are lazy intellectuals, so they don't know the difference between the two. They'll just say, "Man, you doing too much. You doing too much." Why you got to go so deep? You doing too much. See, that's how a simple-minded individual thinks. Just like that guy that I was telling you about yesterday. Bro, who is this? We got Thai music. What up, bro? I think you just recently got married, man. No, you had a kid. Congratulations, bro. I think I saw the post. But yeah, man, it's a huge difference between the two, and people got to be a little bit more well read than what is being said. Because just like I was telling you yesterday, that one guy, he finally decided to block me because that's one thing about individuals who are simple-minded. Things that are sound smart sound stupid to them. So therefore, instead of contesting and having an intellectual conversation, and they can acknowledge the logic and the reason, you make an excellent point. No, they say, man, that's stupid. It's dumb. Oh, okay. Ain't talked to you in years, man. Sheesh. How's everything? Yeah, I know, right, bro? It's been a minute because I hadn't even seen your post in a while. Things on the up and up, man. Started my own business. I plan on coming back to social media and blending the two of business and infotainment, if you know what I mean. I see you still. It looked like you were still doing the skits, but yeah, you just popped up on my feed not too long ago, man. Like I said, it looked like you doing well, man. I'm happy for you. That's good stuff. Periscope days to YouTube, bringing back the memories. And I don't know why this person is riding on my tail, man. I hate when people do that. That's just like so aggressive, like and so accident prone. That crap is ridiculous. So yeah, man, and that's what I'm just saying. People just, and that's another thing that people are systematically becoming more stupid. With all this advancement of technology, is dumbing people down to the point where that plays a role, the aspects of human interactions, that basic concepts that were seen to be understood now is complicated it, and because the person is too stupid to understand, they operate in a manner where they can't comprehend. So when a person who's ignorant, in the literal definition of ignorance, they get pissed off, they get mad because they don't know how to articulate themselves in a way to understand their point of view. Just like today, there was a guy that came to my house, hood nigga, right? Young dude. And my man was mumbling so much and he couldn't articulate what he was trying to sell. And I don't know who trained this dude, you know, came to my door. First off, strike number one, he knocked on my door. Excuse me, he knocked on my door too hard. You're supposed to, with respect, knock on somebody's door. Or if, ring the doorbell. He boom, 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 like he the police. And we got, who is this? Sierra, what's going on? So he banged on the door. I answered the door, and I'm like, "Can I help you?" He was like, "Yeah, yeah, I was trying to see if you want to sign up. You know what I'm saying? Like, we could put you on the do not disturb list, and then help you with your bill. So can you want to sign it now?" And I'm just looking at him like, "Bro, what did you just say? What did you just say?" And I said, "Say that again, man. I don't understand. We could put you on a do not disturb. You paying for your energy bill, right? All you got to do is sign it right here." And then I looked at him, I said, "Bro, I don't understand what you're referring to." And then he had this look like he was about to get mad and frustrated because he was getting frustrated with himself because he couldn't articulate himself of whatever this piece of paper and document that he was trying to sell me. I'm like, what the heck? How you don't even know? You supposed to be trying to sell me on something, and you can't even articulate what you trying to sell. Are you serious? And you just saying me a whole bunch of mumble of mush. Like, what did you just say? And I said, nah, man, I'm good. I don't need it. And he just walked off looking defeated, like, what the heck? Trying to figure out, like, well, why wasn't he interested? I'm just like, dude, you just said a whole bunch of nothing. It's absolutely absurd. Makes no sense. He must have been new. He had to have been something, man. I don't know what he was, but I know he did not convince me to buy whatever this product is, because I think it was something about one of them where they allegedly lower your bill to make it something about the energy bill or something to lower your bill, which I don't believe it. But yeah, man. And that speaks volumes to where we at with society. Big time. And that's what I'm saying. It's just that it's a epidemic of stupidity. And even basic concepts people can't understand and comprehend. It's wild. Absolutely wild. I need to get me some food in my system before I die. But anybody tried this before, man? I've been keeping it healthy. So there's Unreal Candy alternative. This is dark chocolate. It tastes pretty good too. It's all natural flavors, and it's got some pretty low calories. This thing is only like 80 calories and 6 grams of fat. And I found it funny. There was this guy named Ty Lopez when he was talking about he was multi-streaming from like YouTube, TikTok, and Facebook. I think. I think it was Facebook. And so on YouTube, is it vegan? I don't know. I don't think so. It's got the typical, non-GMO, no soy, no alcohol, sugars, sustainable ingredients. Because they even got the M&M versions too. They're real good, and they're dark chocolate, but it's really good for you with natural flavors. But I don't think it's vegan because even with this, it's got dark chocolate and some milk chocolate to it. But yeah, man, I just thought it was hilarious that, and I got some healthy toaster pasties too. These don't have any gluten, soy-free Pop Tarts. These are really good. These things are super good. Nut-free, dairy-free, soy-free, gluten-free, no artificial colors, preservatives, or high fructose corn syrup. That's a mouthful to say. I mean, these things were shockingly good. It actually tasted better than a regular Pop Tart. It was actually very rich in flavor. But no, getting back to my point of what he was saying was he was multi-streaming, and I thought it was hilarious that on YouTube he would give a very well detailed response. Manifest with Tisa. Hope you're doing well, love and light. Appreciate you. I don't know if you've already been a subscriber, but I appreciate you. So he gave a very detailed, oriented, because I think he was talking something dealing with business and like different billionaires and giving a breakdown. And then he'll turn to the camera, another camera, and he'd be like, all right, TikTok, this is what this means. This is red. This means this. Because he was like, yeah, TikTok, low IQ. I got to break it down in super simplistic terms. He says, this means that. And he was talking to them like they were slow. I was just like, that is so bogus.
But he did it in such a clever way with throwing shocks with people and the audiences on TikTok. But we know TikTok, not everybody's an idiot on TikTok, even though there's an abundance of idiots on TikTok. But I thought it was hilarious. Green means glow. You hear that TikTok? Green means glow. You got that? It's hilarious. This is another thing that I bought. Check this out. I'm not out of it just yet, but I bought a nice stockpile of instant rice. These things will save you so much time, man. And you can get in and get out. This was definitely worth me buying. But yeah, man, Ty Lopez. Anybody who don't know who he is, people claim he's like a scam because he sold a lot of courses, but he actually gives us some pretty valuable information. But he was like, yeah, TikTok. What do you say? Investment. That means you buy money and then you get money back for it. Got that, TikTok? Red means blue. Red means stop. Green means glow. Yep. Then I got me some chicken sausage. I'm about to spoof this up right quick. It's about to be an organic Cajun style. I bought this from Thrive Market. If I could get sponsored by them, that would be dope. Thrive Market is like an online grocery store. And again, this has no casein, no preservatives, no antibiotics. And so basically everything that you buy at a traditional grocery store, it has an alternative, a healthy alternative. Even that's where I got those Unreal um, candies from. So they pretty much just revamp everything and sell the healthy alternative to it. I even got, let me see, this is a vegan style pizza. It's all healthy. I got this from Thrive Cart. It's got 10 grams of protein in it. So I ain't messing around. But yeah, I'm about to go ham on these. I'm about to make the instant rice. Boom. He said cook instant mashed potatoes. It takes me 3 minutes and it's instant rice. He says I cook instant mashed potatoes. It only takes me 3 minutes. Is instant rice the same? Yep. It's even quicker than that. You put these in the microwave for 1 minute and you're done. It even says it on there. 1 minute. Booyah. Because I've had I had the ones that the potatoes, the mashed potatoes that was in the pot, but I can't remember if it was 3 minutes or not. I haven't had that in a while. But yeah, these are even quicker than that, bro. Much quicker than that. And they fluffy. It tastes just like regular rice. And once again, no preservatives, all of that. Even though I got these from Walmart, I didn't get that from Thrive Cart. But I could just, boom, I'm about to put this in an Instant Pot. And I'll have my meal in no time. Another thing that's off the chain, I mean, it's just like you talking about deliciously good. And if you want like a coffee alternative and you want like a latte feel with like the natural flavors, man, this right here, this is right here. This is chai. What is this? Classic chai tea latte. You mix this because it has brew tea, organic black tea, spice extract, ginger, cloves, organic cane sugar, ginger juice. This tastes like coffee latte, but it's nothing but like teas and other ingredients that are natural, and then you mix it with
because this is concentrate with some oat milk. Man, fire. Super duper smooth, and it gives you energy from the black tea and the caffeine. I'm talking about it is a match made in heaven. I'm trying to tell you. Trying to tell you. But I'm about to put this Instant Pot. Let me see. Hold on. What did I do with that thing? Put this in here. And you know another thing that I'm trying to thinking about getting. I don't know if you guys ever heard of. It's called an induction cooker. It's like the same size as the scale, or if not a little bit bigger, and you basically put your pot on it, and it's an induction cooker where the heat is concentrated, and it focuses on evenly cooking the pot in its one area, and it doesn't make the rest of the surface hot. It only makes the pot hot because there's a magnetic current, I should say, connected to it. So it pretty much is able to recognize the pot and energy efficiently cook it. And so you don't have to worry about putting it on a regular stove like this. So, and it basically saves you time from cleaning, because all you got to do is just wipe it. Even though this is a food scale, but that it has that similar look to it. That's what I'm thinking about getting next, because that'll save me time as far as cleaning, and it cooks it way quicker than an actual stove. Like they say, you could boil water, and I believe, like in, if I'm not mistaken, like 60 seconds, if not less. He said, yeah, that's some Starbucks ish. I love it. Yeah, it is. Like literally. Telling you. Once you start like getting clever with it, it makes things so much easier to eat cleaner and get your macros in. Because the way my body is set up, I have to track macros if I want my body composition to change. I have to. I was just talking about that earlier. Got to do that. But yeah, I'm about to smash. Get these chicken Cajun style sausage. I'm gonna be good, but unfortunately I don't have a stand to put this on. So I am gonna have to end the live. And I'm gonna holler at y'all in the next one. So y'all be smooth. I'll talk to y'all next time. I'm out.